Hello, friends. I want to come on and share an oh so brief but oh so profound message that came through in my journal today. I talked to my soul and I said, "Soul, what do I need to know?" And I just started writing. This is what came up. Every time you tense up or feel anxious today, let go and breathe. It is in the easing up that you will create now, no longer through pain and struggle. In fact, stress and struggle will downright block you. That's the entirety of the message. But I find it so profound because so many of us labor and struggle under the notion that anything gained must come through pain, sacrifice, struggle, and hardship. Though I don't think that hard work is a bad thing. I think that when we work hard at something we believe in and love, it can be beautiful. But to believe that the only way we can create is through strain and struggle, I do believe limits us and keeps us in the box. I also felt a very strong inclination that it is a principle that is shifting and changing as the frequency of humanity and the frequency of our planet changes. In the past, perhaps it really was more about struggle, strain, gritting our teeth. But the overall energy now is that those of us on the spiritual path are learning to create beyond our sheer human mind, our sheer human brute force. We are learning to use the fullness of who we are, the light, the energy, the soul wisdom. When we learn how to lean more and more into our light, our energy, our soul wisdom, the creation can truly flow with more ease and grace. I'd like to share a brief meditation with you to help you start to ease into this principle and really start to put it into practice in your life. If you would like to join me with some lavender essential oil, I believe this is the ideal aromatherapy to help us experience this. And it's a common essential oil many of us have. Once you have some lavender essential oil, I invite you to put a bit in the palm of your left hand, perhaps 2 drops. A little technique I learned about essential oils is that if we hold the drops in our palm and then swirl the palm 3 times clockwise, that is said to activate the subtle energies of the oil even more. So if you'd like to join me in that 3-time clockwise swirl, please do. And then gently apply the palm to the back of your head and neck, especially where the skull and the neck join. Rub that essential oil in, and if you don't have essential oil, simply massage a little gentle pressure where the neck and skull come together. It is such a common point of stress for many of us. If you have essential oil, I want to invite you to also place a drop of lavender on each thumb. Perhaps you could put a drop on one thumb and then share that with the pad of the other thumb. And then use your thumbs, left thumb to left temple, right thumb to right temple. Very gentle massaging into the temples. Easing, releasing tension. Beautiful. And whether or not you have essential oil, let's do 3 slow, conscious breaths together. If you do have the essential oil, I invite you to rub your palms together, build up a little heat and friction, activate that essential oil on your palms, and then bring your palms up gently over the nose like a tent or covering. Leave a gap so that it's easy to breathe. And I invite you to inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose for the next 3 breaths at your own pace. Breathe slowly, fully, deeply. First expanding the belly upon inhale, then the ribs, up into the chest all the way to the collarbones, and then exhale in reverse order. And feel as we do that belly, ribs, chest, collarbone breath, it opens up the body more, lets the new air and energy get into parts of the body that can be stagnant at times. And when you're ready, if you have been making a scent tent, simply bring your arms down to your sides. Leave your eyes closed. I'd like you to picture something that you are either actively creating now or thinking about creating or manifesting. Something that brings you joy when you think about it. Something that sparks excitement within you. And once you have that in mind, I'd like you to think about what it will take for this to be fully created or manifested. When you do this, observe if there's any tension or tightening within the body. Perhaps you want to launch a podcast. When you think about, oh my gosh, I have to build a big social media presence and pay for marketing, does that create tension and stress within your body? And just observe if that does happen, where you find that tension and stress. If your dream is to build a shelter for those victims of domestic violence, you may feel very excited about the prospect and having that operational. But perhaps when you think about the fundraising, securing space, security, etc., it can cause tension and tightening and stress in the body. Just observe where that might be. Beautiful. Now I'd like you to hold the vision of what you are creating or manifesting, big or small, it matters not, in your mind's eye. Picture it, imagine it, and then I want you, while picturing it, to tense, tighten, squeeze every single muscle in the body that you can. Make fists curl the toes, tense the shoulders up, pucker the lips and face, tighten the abdomen, grit your teeth. Take a deep breath in, hold the breath, and then sigh it out and let it all go. Melt your body. Melt the tension and stress. And when we let go of the tension and stress, that can create an opening for us to listen to the guidance and the wisdom of the soul. With your eyes still closed, I'm going to ask your soul to speak to your conscious mind, bearing in mind that the soul is the part of us beyond ego, suffering, or any emotion. It sees all from the highest perspective. From your soul's perspective, you've been given this vision, this dream of what you want to create or manifest. But now your soul has further instructions. Starting off with, what are some of the specific things and tasks that your soul wants you to work on with your human effort? Human logic. Take a moment to feel into what requires your human effort, will, and logic. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to ask your soul to very clearly show you, either in word, feeling, thought, etc., what are the parts of this dream or goal that you need to let go of? The parts you are not meant to fix or solve or take care of in your sheer human effort and logic. Just take a second to feel into what do you need to release. Trust that there is a greater plan to take care of these aspects. Take a moment to feel that. Beautiful. As we were meditating, I saw our hands joining with unseen hands and forming a circle. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to hold your vision of what you are creating, manifesting. And imagine that you are forming a circle around that vision yourself, holding hands with your soul on one side, and perhaps an angel or ancestor on the other side, and a beautiful chain of ancestors, angelic beings complete the circle all the way around. As you hold hands with this team, all together surrounding this dream and vision, it suddenly takes the tension and pressure off of your human body and human mind to make it all happen. It puts it into perspective that none of this was about your humanness. This was a soulful vision to be fulfilled in concert with your team that I like to call the spiritual support team. Angels, ancestors, and so on. Feel the support, the power pulsing through this chain of hands being held around the circle, infusing the vision in the center with all this love and support. When you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. I want to thank you for joining me in this meditation. May we all learn to create the new way with ease and grace, remembering that as we move forward, our creations, our manifestation, it's all about, well, increasingly more about soul energy than it is about our sheer grit, effort, and determination. Here's to beautiful, loving creations with ease and grace. Until next time.